Hey there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this Mi Pad. And this is a affordable tablet by Xiaomi, and as you can see it is known as the Mi Pad, and this is the 16 gig variant, and this is a review unit, so it was opened earlier, and we are just getting the 16 GB variant again in India, and this is going to be soon launched in India, I believe on 24th of March via Flipkart, and it will be available for just around 13,000. And for that price of just around 13,000, this product packs in quite a bit of specs. We'll go through that. And as I mentioned, the box was already opened, so I have already set up the tablet. Let's just take it out. And we have this USB charger, and it says it's a 2 amp charger. So let me keep that to the side. And underneath this, we just have the USB to micro USB cable. We don't get any headphones with this one. And we also have this tool. This does not have a SIM slot, but it has a micro SD card slot. So you'll use this tool to put in the micro SD card. And these are some of the other manuals that we have. And just basic info talks about the Mi Pad and how to put in the micro SD card, for example. So just basic stuff, I would say, nothing special over here. In fact, this Mi Pad does not have a cellular model. So let's just keep this box to the side and let's look at the device itself. And this is the tablet itself. Again, as I told you, the biggest thing about this tablet is the specs that it packs in. Regarding the screen size, it sports a 7.9 inch screen, which is an IPS grade screen. And the screen resolution is also very nice. Let me actually show you. Let me just switch it on. And as you can see, this is the initial screen that you see, and the screen quality is very good. It sports a 7.9 inch screen, and the screen resolution is 1536 by 2048 pixels. That means the PPI comes to around 324, which is actually very good for a tablet. And in fact, it is almost the same as the Apple Retina iPad. And if you just look at the tablet, let me just switch it off. It looks like an iPad mini. In fact, I have an iPad mini. This is not the Retina model. It should be compared with the Retina model. And as you can see, in terms of size also, it is very similar to that one. So let me keep this one to the side for now. And let me give you a physical overview. On the top, we have the headphone jack. And here we have the volume rockers and the power on off button. Have a good tactile feedback. On the bottom, we have the micro USB slot that will be used for charging this device. And on this end, we have this slot, and you can add a micro SD card to this device. Moving towards the back, we have an 8 megapixel rear facing camera. We also have a mic over here and a secondary microphone over here. So I feel video recording audio should be good as it has 2 mics. And on the bottom, if you notice, we have 2 grills for speaker. Yes, we have stereo speakers on this device. Regarding the back, it is completely made up of glossy plastic. So I feel it's a little bit slippery. Not the biggest fan of it. But that's what it is. And let's look at the tablet. Regarding the front facing camera, the good thing is it has a 5 megapixel front facing camera, so it will be great for selfies and stuff like that. And this is the first screen that we get, and these are some of the widgets that were pre-installed. And if you just move here, you have all your apps. Again, it runs the standard Mi UI as it's a Mi device. Let's go to the settings, and if you click here, you get to all the settings. And this is the about. As you can see, it runs on the Android version 4.4.4, that is KitKat, and it has 2 gigs of RAM, and internal storage, as you can see, it has 16 gigabytes. Let's look at the storage. Let me see if we got to go to additional settings and on storage, and out of that 16 gigs, I haven't installed anything, just one app. And as you can see, out of that 16 gigs, the available space that you get is 12.45 gigabytes. But as I told you, we can always add a SD card, and I'll add a SD card later on and when I do my testing on this device. And let me briefly now talk about the specs of this device. The biggest thing about this device is the processor used. It's a 2.2 gigahertz quad core Nvidia Tegra K1 processor, and it is powered by the Nvidia Kepler GPU, which has 192 cores. So I'm hoping that for gaming, it should be very good. It has 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage. The rear facing camera is an 8 megapixel shooter, whereas the front facing camera is a 5 megapixel shooter. The screen size is a 7.9 inch screen, and it's protected by Gorilla Glass. Again, the battery is sealed inside, so you cannot remove it, and it's a 6200 milliamp hour battery. And the screen quality actually looks really good on this device, and we have some Google's apps that are pre-installed, and everything is there. The Play Store is there, etc. For example, I downloaded the CPU Z app, so let me actually show you. And as you can see, it's running on the Nvidia Tegra K1 processor that's clocked at 2.2 gigahertz, and it's a quad core processor. And this processor is supposed to be a beast, and especially for gaming it should be pretty good. I will test that. And it's running on the Android 4.4.4, as you can see, and it has 2 gigs of RAM. These are the sensors. So Xiaomi did not skimp on the sensors department. As you can see, it has a lot of sensors. Now, as we are connected to my Wi-Fi network, let's quickly also fire up the web browser. We have the Chrome web browser and also the Xiaomi specific browser, but let's use Chrome web browser. And again, if you notice the notifications, these are iOS style notifications that you get. For example, I have one Gmail, so it just shows here. But let's fire up Chrome, and let's just go to Tech Mimi. Yeah, let's go to the full version. And again, it loaded it actually pretty quickly. Let me see family. Yeah, and this is the pinch to zoom. Again, as expected, it's running it very well. And for the price, I feel it's pretty good, because the Nexus 9 costs almost double. Yes, the Nexus 9 has slightly larger screen size. This has just a 7.9, but I feel it's a pretty comfortable size if you want to carry a tablet. And let's also just try to go to another website, for example, readf.com. Let's see if yeah, let me load the full version. Again, if you notice how quickly it loads, again, pinch to zoom is also pretty responsive. Again, one more thing that I really am liking is the screen quality. The screen quality is actually very good. Just notice it. I'm tilting it to extreme angles. The screen is actually pretty important on tablets. And on the bottom, we have 3 touch type capacitive buttons. This is for the home. If you just click here, you get to your multitasking tray, and you can just remove the apps by just swiping away like this. And if you just hold this, you can get access to the widgets, as you can see. If you just use this pinch gesture, you get to other options like adding widgets, changing wallpaper, etc. So that is there. It's actually running Android, so everything works. It also has an 8 megapixel rear facing camera. I'm not a big fan of shooting pictures with the tablet, but let's look at it. I might use the front facing camera. Again, if you notice, we have that tap to focus, and you can just tap in. So you can't adjust the exposure. That was available on the Mi 4 and even on the Redmi 2. Let's look at the pictures. Okay. As you can see, the pictures are not that sharp. This came out sharp. But again, I will try to test the camera if you guys want it. Personally, I just don't use the cameras on the tablet. Good thing is it has a front facing camera, which is a 5 megapixel shooter. So I'm hoping for video calls and Skype, etc. It should be good. I will test that. Before we end, let me also give you an idea regarding the size. As I told you, it's a 7.9 inch screen, and this is the regular iPad mini that I have. And if you notice, it's very similar to that. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.5. So this is generally regarded as a normal full-size tablet. So this should give you an idea regarding the size difference. I feel the small form factor 7.9 inches or lower is easier to carry in a single hand, and if you actually carry the tablet with you most of the time. And initial impressions, I would say the tablet looks pretty impressive. It is fast. And as I told you, this is a review unit, and I might get this tablet personally. I might purchase it, as my daughter was using a Nexus 7 2012 edition, and now it's sort of old. So it looks like this might be a good replacement. But again, I will be testing this tablet for the next couple of weeks. So if you have any specific questions around this tablet, do post them in the YouTube comments, and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.